Clippers trail by 6. White with it. Three-pointer. Oh, Clark with the slam.
And now that's a momentum builder for sure. So important in a close game.
Look at his teammates here. They love it. Plays like that gonna get them going.
Yeah, some guys shrink in big moments, and some rise to the occasion.
White with it, and it's Reed picking him up. Back to White. Out to Beasley. The three is up, and that's good. His first bucket of the game.
Yeah, you have to pay attention to White, so that'll open up the three-point line. Great kick by Kobe.
Pass to Edwards. Williams on the wing. Bryant, right side. Launches it. And again, it's the Spurs from deep.
12 straight points off threes. This defense is not extending very well.
Here's Clark. Guarded by Reed. Oh, Clark with the slam.
Well, because he's a good scorer, White attracts attention, and that creates passing lanes.
Well, Coach, when you think about the NBA's steadiest contributors, Kobe White deserves a mention.
He sure does, B.A. Players like Kobe White are the foundational pieces that every team needs. He makes smart plays, and he's so consistent. You almost take it for granted.
Here's Bryant. 2 shots, 2 makes. Off to a good start.
The second chance points are all about a lack of effort defensively. Those buckets would drive me nuts.
Pass to Coulibaly. White looking it over. The Clippers got to hurry. Late clock here. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. Now Monk. Hasn't gotten one to fall yet. Outside, Williams. Clock at 6. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Williams. Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter. Williams misses. Clippers trail by 7. Back to George. Outside Tatum. The 3. And Reed pulls it down. On offense, here is San Antonio. Pass to Edwards. Back to Williams. Now Monk. Reed brings the double. Shot clock at 6. Here's Reed. Always a nice way to start. Makes his first one. There's a minute 59 left to play in the second quarter. Outside Kamara. Back to George. And George with the jam.
He's not going to take it easy when he gets to the bucket. George will hammer it home.
Outside Monk. Drains the triple. Monk's got himself on the board with a 3 there.
They're getting torched on the perimeter. 4 of the last 5 buckets have been threes.
Young on the drive. Counted. Make that 3 of 7 so far for him.
Hey, they're just getting pushed around inside.
San Antonio leading by 8. Outside, Williams. .102 left to play in the first half. Just 5 to shoot. And Edwards puts up a deep 3. And San Antonio hits again from deep.
They've been pretty lax with their perimeter defense, giving up a lot of three-pointers.
Outside Reed. Nice ball movement by Los Angeles. Back to George. Rebound by San Antonio.
Probably should have scored there. He usually does.
It's Edwards with a drive. Oh, a dunk and a foul! A powerhouse move He's got a chance for one more at the line. It's going to be on Naz Reid. San Antonio shooting their first free throw tonight. Free throw no good for Edwards. Out of bounds. It'll be the Clippers ball.
Out of bounds.
And we've got 28 seconds left in the first half of basketball. Pass to Tatum. Here's Tatum attacking. And finished off by Tatum.
Vicious finish by Tatum. These coaches love when he's aggressive.
Here's Monk. Takes the three. No good that time. And so Ty Lue calls a timeout. He's going to take a minute to regroup with his players. And so Ty Lue calls a timeout. Coach probably just checking to make sure everybody's on the same page here. Knocked away. So we conclude the first half. It's the Spurs. They're up by 11. And we'll be right back after halftime to get the third quarter underway. And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly in the second. Outside Reid. Back to Tatum. Oh, Tatum taking flight.
Great move by Tatum. Getting to the rim and throwing it down.
You know, Grant, for all his competitive nature, Tatum has a pretty calm demeanor. You appreciate that?
Yes, indeed. As a team leader, a father, a role model, and a professional, you can't ask for much better than Jason Tatum. He is the real deal.
Pass to Tatum. Back to Young. 6 to shoot. And here's Tatum from deep three-point range. And he can't get that one to go. His 6th miss in 10 tries. Here's Wells. Misses the 3. And so it's Young with it. He brings it up for Los Angeles. A 12-point game. Here's Tatum. An open look for Reid. Again, Los Angeles.
Yeah, really not where you expect Reid to shoot from, but he clearly made the right choice by taking that shot.
Booker fires from way outside. Rebound, Trae Young. Clippers trail by 10. A chance here to catch up with Allie from the sideline.
Thanks. Well, the NBA keeping an open mind. Commissioner Adam Silver said, quote, "This is the only league that plays 48 minutes. I'm a fan of 10-minute quarters. A 2-hour format is more consistent with modern television habits, but it's such a dramatic change. Something like that would have to be talked about over time." Brian, back to you.
All right, Allie, thanks for the report. And now they decide to foul intentionally.
I mean, I'm just not sure what he was thinking right there. I mean, he needs to get his head in the game.
And the call will be against Jason Tatum. That's his first foul of the game. And here's Sarr. No points yet. 6 on the shot clock. Sarr a screen to the inside. And finished off by Sarr.
Well, you have to track Sarr in that action. He's so fluid for his size and does a great job coming off the pick.
Here's Young. And he drives in. Yep, that one goes. Young's gotten 4 this quarter.
Well, he can beat you in a lot of ways. Very challenging to defend.
And that puts them just 1 foul from the bonus.
And there's a foul. It'll go on to Monty Camara. That's foul number 2 for him. I've wondered, of all the things you can teach players, can you teach great passing?
I really don't think you can, B.A. You can teach solid, fundamental passing, You can teach guys to make fewer mistakes by better use of fundamentals, but the great passers have great vision, and I just don't think that's something you can teach. I think that's something that guys gain over their time and experience playing the game of basketball. Well, you see why teams try to avoid fouling him. You're basically giving away points.
Devin Booker gets it to go inside.
You love the intensity on Booker's drive. Cutting in like there's nothing the defense can do to stop him.
Pass to George. Tatum looking it over. Count it. Now 5 of 11 for the game.
Such a graceful move, showing off the floater game.
Just over 3.5 minutes through the third. Booker on the take.
Wow. Booker doing whatever it takes to get to the basket. Totally fearless.
Now here's George. He's got 9. Inside. And the jam by George.
Now, B.A., you know they would love for him to get more of those opportunities.
Well, that would cut into the deficit quickly if he does. Watson with it. 9 points in the game. Off target from three-point range.
And I'm surprised that didn't go down. I mean, I'm sure he is too.
It's tipped. Now the Spurs moving it up the floor. Sarr with it. Picked up by Reed. To the paint. Right side Wells. Ooh, excellent D there from Young. Clippers trail by 6. Out of bounds as Los Angeles keeps possession.
Nice deflection there. Really trying to disrupt their offensive flow.
Yeah, there's nothing easy on offense. Coaches love seeing that kind of hustle on the defensive end.
Yeah, make no mistake about it. White can really get up. I mean, he enjoys showcasing his athleticism.
And a moment here to take a look at the scoring breakdown for San Antonio.
Well, they've been absolutely on fire from deep. And until the defense offers more resistance, the coaches are going to keep encouraging them to let it fly.
Well, something else that stands out is how they've shared the ball. I mean, they're getting a lot of their points from sharp passing.
Here's White. The layup misses. And you'd like to go 2 for 1 here, Grant.
And at the same time, you want to get a good shot here, B.A.
Pass to Reed. Launches a 3. Hits a three-pointer. And now it's an 8-point San Antonio lead.
Well, the defense gave that away. He's a skilled shooter who you have to contest at the arc.
Outside, Williams. And Williams punches it home.
And sends it home with some passion.
I think he's rubbing it in a little bit here. Hang it up there like that. And so Ty Lue calls a timeout. Coach taking this moment to speak to his guys. Maybe alter some of the game plan.
Clipper substitution. Paul
George for 3, and it's in! Oh! Nails the buzzer beater! Are you kidding?
Huge 3 to cut it to single digits. They're hoping that energy carries into the
50.
With 3 quarters behind us, let's see what this 4th period holds in store. Now Monk. Outside, Williams. Fires for 3. Connects from downtown.
The defense was just nowhere to be found, and because of that, he adds to their lead.
Yeah, look, the truth is, he doesn't need much space anyway. But that one was too easy.
And both teams running long-range plays that are working.
Well, you know it's become a three-point shooting league. Teams shooting a steady diet from outside.
pick by Reed. Williams' shot is good. Williams has got 5 points now in the quarter.
Great timing and coordination. Lays it in coming off that pick.
There's Young with the three. Oh, and another three for the Clippers.
Well, he's lights out when he has space. Trae Young, one of the best shooters in the league.
And out of bounds. Los Angeles will have it. A little over a minute of the fourth quarter gone now. George outside. Oh, deflected. Monk with a steal. Fires from deep. It's rebounded by Los Angeles. At the conclusion of this one, they're off to Memphis, where they'll face the Grizzlies. That'll wrap up this short two-game road trip.
Georgia's athleticism has always been a strength. Not many guys can pull off that dunk.
And Bilal Coulibaly picks up the foul. That's his first foul. And Bilal Coulibaly picks up the foul. That'll be a second foul of the game.
These calls can be so difficult for officials to make.
Outside Monk. Back to Reed. Here's Monk. Kicks it out to Bryant. San Antonio moving the ball around. Gets the jumper from the corner to fall. And the Spurs lead by 6.
Well, if you came here looking for a scoring battle, I think you made the right choice.
Yeah, and how great have these offenses been for these teams tonight? Just fantastic execution.
And you want him taking good shots at this point in the game, and that one was easy.
Well, with him, he's dangerous because he's so confident. He wants to deliver in these moments.
And the foul called on Paul George. That's his first foul. Reed brings the double. Back to Monk. It's Edwards on the wing. 5 to shoot. Pass to Reed. Lets it fly. Bryant. The kick out to Edwards. Outside, Williams. Lets the three fly. And Young pulls it down. Clippers trail by 4. Here's a pass to Tatum. George. Oh, the drop pass, and he dunks it down.
This team counts on George to deliver points. His consistency under pressure is key to their offense.
And here's Booker. Outside Wells. Outside Booker. 4 on the clock. For 3. Booker splashes in the triple.
Huge, man. I mean, the defense knows what Booker is capable of, but cannot get a stop.
Yes, sir! Yes, sir!
Hey, you need a bucket? Who you gonna call? They've got Young on speed dial.
San Antonio leading by 3. Now here's Booker. Oh, he goes to the glass with that one.
Another shot right in the lane. That's been their MO this evening.
Outside Tatum. Puts up the tray. It's deflected.
What I like about Sarr as a shot blocker, he can do it anywhere on the floor.
Well, they expect this from him, and he's a big reason they're out in front right now.
Young. Inside. It's Trae Young.
You see the trust Young's guys have in him. When they need a bucket, he gets it for them.
Stolen by Young. Now Los Angeles moving it up. And he nails it.
Well, this is what he does. A proven scorer in the clutch.
Good on the first. And that makes it a 3-point lead. He's off on the free throw. Unable to get the second one to drop. Takes it inside. And Young springs free.
Yeah, Young is unflappable in the biggest moments.
1:14 left to play in the fourth quarter. Booker drawing the double. Here's Stewart. Both hands there for a little extra.
Well, look at Stewart showing up when they really need it. He got asserted there. Well, you know who their number one option is when they need a big bucket. And Tatum rarely disappoints.
Just so reliable at the line. There was never a doubt that those were money.
And there's a foul. It'll go on to Monty Kamara. That's his third foul so far. Bonus situation in effect, so we'll head to the line for two. And he ends up making the second, and that gives him a lead.
Well, didn't sink them all, but at least that puts them in front.
To take the lead, and that's how you get it to go inside.
Whoa, that is as clutch as it gets. Big time clutch.
Yeah, don't you just love to see a player embrace that kind of pressure?
Those and one plays can be real backbreakers in a close game.
He gets the first, and that narrows the gap to one. And the second free throw, no good. Tough break there. Young. Oh, no good.
Well, the defense was right where they needed to be to stop the layup. Great awareness and effort.
That's his shot, and one I'm sure he wants back.
Outside Tatum. Oh, money!
Well, in clutch time, this team knows who to go to. Tatum is ready to be that guy all the time.
It's Booker on the wing. And an intentional foul right there.
I mean, I'm just not sure what he was thinking right there. I mean, he needs to get his head in the game.
So the first one drops. And that brings him within two here. And that one goes in. Two from the line that time. And they're going to prolong the game with an intentional foul.
Yeah, no, you had to do that. I mean, you can't allow them to dribble out the time.
Ooh, he doesn't hit the first. That was the one they really wanted. He's got one more, though. And the second of two is good. And that'll put him up two. And so it's Mitch Johnson here calling timeout. And a great call on his part. This is the time you want to be in sync right here. And looking at the options here, what do you think is being discussed?
I don't know if they should be greedy here and go for a three. I'd take it to the basket, get a high percentage shot, or maybe get fouled.
Well, that's a great pass. He has the timing and rhythm of a metronome.
Time expires. We're going to overtime. And glad to have you with us as we get going in overtime. Neither team giving an inch in this game. Here we go. Booker with it. Outside Watson. Now Young with a steal. Tatum with it. Now guarded by Booker. Kamara down low. Oh, he jammed it.
And when you look at the numbers over the last few years, it's clear. That George has made a jump as a playmaker.
And Ty Lue has called a timeout. He wants their game plan to be crystal clear at this point. Antonio trailing here. And there's a foul. It'll go on to Monty Kamara. That'll be foul number 5 on him.
They're having a hard time with fouls. It's still early, but one more and they'll be over the limit.
Now Booker. Yes, sir! Banking in the layup.
This is the mismatch they wanted under the hoop, making a crucial bucket as easy as possible.
And Young, here we go. Oh, touches it off the glass.
Look, that's what you want. Young is just so good when he penetrates.
Now Booker shoots a 3 and rebounded by Tatum. George into the lane and is blocked. And it's Williams off the drive. Right side Watson. Outside Sarr. Here's Booker. Just 5 on the clock. And he slams it down. And Young has got the ball here for the LA Clippers. Oh, he leaves no question.
Making the most of the second chance opportunity.
Hey, the hustle is real, and the hustle is rewarded. And that's an intentional foul. Here's Reed. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Trae Young. And so he's picked up his final foul, and he'll sit the rest of this one out.
They'll need to make some major adjustments to compensate for him fouling out with the game on the line. Yeah, too bad he fouled out. But this team does have some depth at his position.
Now Los Angeles with it. They lead by 1. Expect them to take their time this trip down.
Yeah, B.A., the clock is theirs to burn.
And they're... There's the call on Devin Booker. That'll get him his 4th foul of the game.
He didn't have his feet planted.
They set the screen. Outside Tatum. 5 on the clock. Now Coulibaly. And he buries the jumper.
And they aren't over the limit yet.
On offense, here is San Antonio. They trail by 3. And so they foul intentionally. He drops the first one, and that gives him a 4-point cushion. And so both free throws good, and it's a 5-point game.
Well, that shuts the door on any hope of a comeback. Nicely done.
Time called here. San Antonio decides to talk it over. There's 10 seconds left in overtime. From a coaching perspective, what are the keys to focus on here?
An uphill battle for them. Everything has to go perfectly.
Well, I'm sure they'll run a play they believe in. If it works, I say try for the steal, and if you don't get it, immediate foul.
And they stop the clock as soon as they can with the intentional foul.
Yeah, and there's no question they have to foul. Now, I'm sure they would have preferred to avoid it.
And no good on the second free throw, so 0 for 2 there. Timeout called, Mitch Johnson. Critical moment here. He's not taking any chances. All right, thoughts on what coach is going to do here?
More than enough time to get a bucket.
No doubt, but they might have to draw up something that the defense isn't expecting.
So a close game sees the Clippers taking this one. It was touch and go there for a while, but in overtime, they caught a second win.